Okay, hi everyone, VGT Adam here. E3 presentations have started, which is no surprise. What was a surprise is that I'd be covering Ubisoft this year, because I thought that maybe I wouldn't, because from what little I heard about their presentation just didn't seem to interest me. But seeing as how this is a video, there was at least some stuff to talk about. Yeah, so E3 is finally back, kind of, sort of. Still no in-person stuff, but I never went in person anyway, so it's fine. But today is June 12th, and Ubisoft had their press conference. And like I said, I was not planning to, and because of the first half of the show, I still wasn't planning to as I was watching. But there was some stuff in the second half that I felt I need to talk about. But I also want to be fair to the stuff in the first half, even if it doesn't interest me. So this might be a more quick one than normal, but I thought I should talk about it. So it started out. Let me just make sure I'm talking about this correctly. Yeah, was it Rainbow Six Extraction, I believe. I always thought that Rainbow Six was supposed to be one of those grounded military things, but now there's mutants in it, I guess. Don't know much about it. Don't really care. Same with Rainbow Six Siege. I think there were some updates. It's not my personal thing. I know some people that liked it, and unfortunately, people who like it more than other video games, to the point where they say it's some of the best video games out there currently, which is very, very ignorant. But let's not get into my personal life. Let's see what else. So I'm just going back to the stream just to make sure I didn't write down notes, because I wasn't planning on doing this. So usually I would write down notes if I'm planning on doing it, or, at least be prepared and remember what happened. But besides some stuff I don't, so I'm just going through the stream really quick, so just bear with me. And I don't feel like editing this down to, make it streamlined. Just want to get through this. So, it's extraction gameplay. I don't know much about Rocksmith whatsoever. I don't know its reception. I've actually never heard of it until right now, which is not good. But if it seems like it helps you to play guitar, then that's pretty cool. And it seemed like they had some pretty cool options for that, like each specific string and stuff. I believe I don't play guitar, if you can tell. But I guess it seemed kind of cool. That Riders Republic, I never really cared about to begin with. Don't care now. They showed off more. I don't care. I already said Rainbow Six Siege. I guess it's just an update or an expansion or whatever. I don't know. I guess really quick, the Brawlhalla stuff with the Ninja Turtles is pretty cool. I don't play Brawlhalla, but the Ninja Turtle thing made me interested in looking. Don't really like the art style they had going on for this. But hey, Ninja Turtles in it, so that's pretty cool. I hope was it the Shredder's Revenge game gets at least some kind of presentation at E3? Probably not, but yay, more Ninja Turtle stuff. Woo! There was a Watch Dogs thing. Is it an update to Watch Dogs Legion? I don't know. Let me just go through this. I don't know. It has. Oh, my computer's freaking out. It had some characters from the previous two Watch Dogs games. I only ever played the first one. I bought into the hype, and I played the first one. It was an game, maybe like a 6.5 to 7, depending on how I feel. Never played Watch Dogs 2 or 3, so I don't know. Splinter Cell, Ghost Recon, Splinter Cell. Poor Tom Clancy. That's all I can say is poor Tom Clancy. The Just Dance thing, I don't know the artist that was mainly promoting it at all. And unfortunately, that song that they had promoting it just seemed very stereotypically flamboyant. And I just didn't like the way the song sounded, so I'm not going to comment on that. But like, Just Dance, I mean, I played one game, it's kind of a guilty pleasure. Not much to it, but it can be fun with the right people. But I guess good for them for getting this guy. I don't know much about him, but I did not like that song. It just sounded very generic. That's really all I have to say about that. It just sounded very generic. Wait, wasn't the last? That's right. Wasn't the last Just Dance game like the last game ever released for the Wii? Because this one didn't have the Wii on it. Or am I thinking of no? I think it was like the last Just Dance game was the last one for the Wii. That was the thing that stuck out to me. It's like, oh yeah, that's right. They had the Wii with that too. Assassin's Creed Valhalla is getting some expansions. Never bothered playing any Assassin's Creed game, and the closest I've gotten is Ghost of Tsushima. not an Assassin's Creed game. But, the whole people are comparing it, whatever. Yeah, not much to say about that. Surprised that a lot more Norse mythology is getting more attention recently. Than just like the traditional like Greek and stuff. So that's something I want to see either from Assassin's Creed or just like media in general, or be TVs, movies, video games, whatever. Let's get some more mythology representation. Like Greek is amazing and I love it, but let's get more. I'm not even fond of Norse mythology, and I want more Norse stuff, Egyptian stuff, Japanese stuff, Chinese stuff, Journey to the West. Yeah. So let's just get more of that kind of stuff, please. What else? What else was there? Oh yeah, their film and media division, which I completely forgot was a thing. I don't know a single thing about Mythic Quest. I remember they advertised it once and that was it. I like the idea of a comedy show about the game development industry, game industry. That could it is something that would pertain to my taste. Seeing that, like, it's an exaggerated version of the game industry, but still has some legwork in it. Seeing as how Ubisoft's involved. But I don't have Apple TV Plus. I don't know a single person who has Apple TV Plus, so I don't know anything about it. Haven't looked at any reviews or anything, but it's getting second season. I'm guessing season 1 was successful enough. I guess it seemed alright. There was that Werewolves Within movie, and before even any kind of footage of anything, the first thing I noticed that the director of this is that one guy who used to work for College Humor. That was the first thing I noticed, like, wait a minute, that guy worked for College Humor. So, I mean, good for him. I mean, he definitely looks a lot older, but he sounds the exact same. I don't know if Werewolves... Is it Werewolves isn't even a real game? Because it says it's a video game adaptation. Is it even real? Let me look that up really quick. Yeah, it's a film, but... Is it an actual game? Or is it just like a joke, like, I don't know. Let me check on that. Yeah, film... Based on the video game, the same name. What? It's a VR game. 2016? Oh, wow. Weird. Although, what's different is that the game was set in medieval fantasy, where obviously the film isn't. Looks like it got some okay reviews. I've never even heard of this. It's a VR game. Alright, cool. It seems like it's very comedy-based, which I guess could work. Like I said, clearly I don't know anything about it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's one thing I want to mention. Milana Vaynertub. I don't know how to pronounce the last name. The AT&T girl, the one who used to do all the AT&T advertisements. She's still hot. That's really all I have to say about that. She's really hot. That's all I took away from that trailer, is that werewolf comedy, and Milana's very hot. Anyway, okay, moving on from that. Far Cry, right? Yes, Far Cry. So, never played a single Far Cry, but I did, look some stuff up about Far Cry 3, 4, and of course Blood Dragon. Thanks to best friends. I'll get to that in a second too. But one thing that does stand out about Far Cry compared to any other series I can think of is that like how much emphasis they put on their villains, and how a lot of times those villains are either like fantastic or at least like above average. Like obviously Voss is like fantastic. Pagan I think was pretty. I believe he was received pretty good. Was it Joseph from Far Cry 5? I don't know much about besides whole controversial southern villain kind of thing, but I guess he was received pretty well. And the new one, played by that guy from Breaking Bad. I don't remember the actor's name, but that's very clearly him. Looks like it could be another interesting one. I don't play much Far Cry. All I can say is that, once again, that one actress with the orange shirt that was standing next to the one in the red bandana, that actress with the orange shirt is hot. I don't know if that's actually someone's face that's scanned in or completely original model, but that girl is hot. That's all I have to say. Well, I mean, like, hey, French people are usually known for, the whole language of love and parody and whatever, and, physical attraction is not a bad thing for French, so I guess me being a perv is fine. Anyway, dicey. Anyway, so, yeah, and they're also having expansion passes where you play as those passive villains, too, which is the thing that really caught my attention, is that you're having a campaign as Voss back in Far Cry 3, a campaign as Pagan, a campaign as Joseph, and something in regards to Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. I'm guessing it's maybe a remaster. It should be pretty cool. If there's a full-on remaster, either as a season pass or its own standalone thing, and hopefully there's a physical version, I might actually pick that up. Depending. That's really cool that there's actually a campaign for the villains, which is squeezing out some money from past games. But hey, whatever. Their villains are pretty good. They're usually pretty memorable. Then there was the new Mario and Rabbids game. Yeah, it's getting a sequel. I never played the first one because I just don't like Rabbids. Like, remember when Rabbids was just a spin-off of Rayman, and now they've completely 100% overshadowed Rayman to the point where people don't even associate them with each other unless they're like me and they're salty about the fact that Rayman is no longer in the spotlight because of these little fuckers, and the fact that there's so many minions, even though they were before minions. Anyway, never played the first Kingdom Battle, Mario Rabbids. I heard it was received very well. It's a very fun strategy game. This looks to be a good sequel. I won't play it personally, but it seems really interesting. It really does. And clearly there's passion put into it, so that's good. And then there was the main thing that made me want to talk about Ubisoft, is the fact that, where is it? So they were talking about crossovers and everything with the whole Rabbids thing, and then they said there's another crossover. I'm like, okay, what could this be? And then we see those giant-ass blue cat people. And yeah, Ubisoft's making another Avatar game. And I believe Ubisoft was the one who made that Avatar tie-in game back in... Oh my god, it must have been, 2009, 2010? Oh my god, okay. I don't want to think about that part. But yeah, they were the ones who made those tie-in games back when tie-in games were still a thing. To promote movies. The main thing that caught my attention was Avatar 2 is not out yet. In fact, we haven't had a trailer or anything about it other than the fact that it's in production, which has been in production for how long now? But they're making another Avatar game. That's interesting. I have no idea if it's going to be like that past tie-in game or if it's going to be something completely new, because that past tie-in game kind of generic. I can tell you're probably going to still do the whole play as the Na'vi and play as the humans thing. But it was just a CG trailer. Just surprised we're getting another Avatar game whatsoever. I'm guessing it is to promote the movie, but seeing as how this is what we've seen more of than the movie, like, I just hope they don't bring in tie-in games. Let's hope this is a game that's just like, they were licensed to do it, but it's not like just to coincide with the movie. Let's have it be, good and have time to develop it. Can we not do tie-in games? We can do licensed material games, but, like we've been doing, like Batman and Spider-Man and everything, where they're good. Can we not go back to those tie-in times where like development was rushed because get out at the same time as the movie? But yeah, new Avatar game. Not much to talk about with it because it's just a CG trailer, but just like, I guess I had to talk about this. So, main reason I did this video. But yeah, that's what caught my attention. Just all that stuff in the second half. The Far Cry villains, Far Cry 6 stuff. Like, most of the stuff I'm probably not going to play. I've never really played too many Ubisoft games. I think like the closest thing I can think of was that they published No More Heroes 1, but that's only published. What is the last Ubisoft game I've even played? Like, Ubisoft developed? I don't even remember. I was going to play For Honor until they revealed that single player was also had to be online for that, and I just, like, hardened up for that. What was the last Ubisoft game I played? I don't remember. I honestly don't. So, like, I'm not going to play any of these games, but just the fact that, like, it still grabbed my attention and, is something to talk about. So, personally, not a conference for me, but I could see maybe some Ubisoft fans or maybe just people in general thinking like this was a better conference than normal. I don't know. Maybe some people would think like, oh, this is complete and utter shit. I don't know. I just do miss when Ubisoft had, kind of like Capcom, I miss when Ubisoft had more franchises. Like, Capcom's doing better now and they're starting to bring out franchises and like do things better with that. Maybe that might be a discussion for the Capcom video, which will be late. I don't know. I thought the conference was fine. That was okay. Not personally interesting to me, but enough to talk about. So, yeah, it was alright. It was okay. Oh, that's right. There was that one thing in the Rabbids trailer about there was a rabid goth swordswoman. Yeah. So, let's see the internet go crazy over that. Anyway, so I guess those are my very limited and very vague and very stupid thoughts on Ubisoft's E3 presentation. Next one will be Xbox tomorrow and also Screen X tomorrow. I plan on doing the Capcom one as well. It might be a little late, but I plan on doing that. I also plan on the Nintendo and possibly Bandai Namco. I'm not sure on that, but definitely Nintendo. I don't know if that will be late or not at this point in time, but I do plan on covering some of the other events, so stick around for that. This one was okay.